Hi, I'm Eric Amada. I'm a teacher of modern Arnis, and this is my story. I was born and raised in the Philippines, in Rosario, Batangas, where the balisong was made. I came from the middle class family. I study in a public school. It's like a regular life, kid's life when I grow up. My father is a tailor man, and then my mom is a plain housewife. We are 7 in the family, kids, brother and sister, we're 7. As a normal kid living in the country, in the Philippines, and studying in public school, I think all of us have an experience of struggling and bullying and fighting with all these kids. I think that's pretty normal. Young man is member of fraternity, it look like a gang back home, yeah. And then they come up to the stairs and we are going down. So from the 3rd floor, our architecture department, and they are coming downstairs. So we are just, we're going down and they're going up. And then after they came after the 4th floor, they dropped a cup of Coca-Cola. So it's nearly get me. So your immediate reaction is looking up, where's it come from? And then they are waiting. It's okay. And I say, oh, you need to say sorry. And then this guy said, what do you think? Well, and then they said, what's up? We said, well, it's Thursday today. And then that's how I react, in a funny way. Hey, what do you want? Well, I'm going down and we're going to have a drink. And then, do you want to fight? Well, if you want. In a funny way, yeah? And then, okay, come up, they say. And then they say, no, you go down. They go down. And I say, shit. This is trouble. And then that's it. I fight with them. There are 2, actually 3. 1 run, 2 fight hand to hand, and they goes down to the floor.
So you beat him up?
I beat him up. Yeah. I grew up watching film about Kung Fu. I'm actually a fan of Jackie Chan instead of Bruce Lee. I enjoy Jackie Chan much more because of this acrobatic and his idea of fighting, escaping the techniques and the enemy. So that is my idea. I don't even know that is Kung Fu. So I said, when I go to the university, which is I'm going to Manila, to the big city, that's my chance to learn martial arts, Taekwondo, and then Aikido, and then move to modern Arnis, and then we do kickboxing at the time. So it's very busy at me at the time doing martial arts instead of university. I nearly kicked out because my focus became martial arts, not my education at the time. I nearly really out of the way. As I said before, my idea is when I go to university, to the city, I'm going to learn martial arts, whatever martial arts is that. So I immediately look for a martial arts club in the university that I can join in. I found this Taekwondo and I still love it. I really love the Taekwondo thing, and then first day I fell because I become dizzy, and then for a month, I think within a month I heard this, all of my all the boys in Taekwondo is talking about Aikido. They learning Aikido, and then I said, what is Aikido? So I asked them where did they go, which club they go, and they said it's in Quiapo, but they didn't tell me there's 2 clubs of Aikido in the same building. They didn't say which floor they go in. So I went to the 2nd floor because I see this big guy with a white hair tall, big guy, and he's look like, I think I know this guy, and he's an actor. He's actually an actor teaching Aikido, and I thought everyone goes to him. So his name is Omar Kamar. So I joined him because he asked me, why are you here? So I'm looking for Aikido. Oh, you come here. This is Aikido club. So I joined myself there. And when I come back to the Taekwondo club, I said, oh, I joined the Aikido club in Quiapo. Oh yeah, we're on the 3rd floor. Huh? I enrolled on the 2nd floor. That's how I got. But yeah, blessed that he is my instructor, because I learned a lot from him, and his Aikido quality is great. My teacher, Shihan, his name is Shihan Manuel Omar Kama. He is actually a representative from Japan as a teacher, or the head of Philippine Aikikai, and he's actually an actor, an action star back home. So by record, he is the first actor who introduced Aikido in the Philippines, or probably in the cinema. Why Filipino martial arts? Well, actually, the story is I was waiting for the lesson I was in Aikido dojo at the time, and then we are waiting to start the class, and this guy who higher belt is warming up, and then we are learning Aikido, but this guy can do splits and kicks, and then I've been seeing him kicking and moving the bag, swing up like that up to the ceiling, and then later on I see him practicing with sticks, and that's the Filipino martial arts. And I say, and then it's opened up my mind up, oh, I can learning by mixing martial arts. And he showed to me some move, and he said, this is Arnis, and the first lesson that I learned is the Sinawali and Redonda from him. His name is Melchor. I don't know where is he now. And then from then on, I have a bit of training when he is there, and then some of my friends in Aikido group introduced me to my teacher, who is Ruel Aguillon. Well, modern Arnis is created by Remy Preces and his brothers. This is a mixture of their family style of Arnis. I think it's the Cruzada, and then he studied also some Balintawak. He's actually a fighter from the Balintawak, and then he also a teacher of karate. So what happened, I think, at the time is when he started teaching in university, he created this formalized how is he going to teach in a group, in one big group, the style of the Arnis, and that's why it call it modern Arnis. So he incorporate the karate stance, his family style, the Balintawak style, and that's torn up into become the modern Arnis. It's basically the main technique is also only for the sticks. That's why we call it baston, doble baston, because of the sticks. Yeah, but you can also incorporate that into blade. Depends how do you understand the techniques. I was introduced to Ruel Aguillon, Master Ruel Aguillon, through my friends in Aikido. Because they are also a friend of them, and then when I first see him, I was so amazed with his skill, because he's so fast, and you can just his sticks singing. You can hear that. You can hear like it's like with the air, with the stick, and then it's just amazing. Our club, when we are training Aikido, this is in Quiapo, Manila. This is the place where all this old martial arts school located, and we always see him there, but we are not actually know him. We just hear that this is the master Rodel Dagook, and then the first time that I met him is actually in the gym during the promotion. And if my teacher Roel Aguillon is fast, he is Rodel Dagook is much more faster, quicker. So basically, my teacher and him is like a carbon copy, and that's why we are so lucky that we learn our Arnis from both of these guys, because we never took the exam, traditional way. We just practice like normal people, like, because we are busy in schooling, we are just busy. And then the Philippine martial art is, we don't really like the less attention to Filipino martial arts, not unless you go out from the city. So we doesn't really, I know martial art, I don't know what is my skill in martial art, but they say that we are great, but we don't really care, because that's Filipino martial art. I'm a Filipino. That is just my, you know what I mean? I will be more proud of my Aikido than Filipino martial art is at the hidden. That's how I understand that. That is how the hidden skills are the Filipino martial art at the time. And then later on, when I moved to country, like for example, I was living and work in Saudi Arabia for 4 years, and then I realized I have to teach. But I never have this at the time. I have no instruction from my teacher to teach, so I was just holding on. But when I moved to the UK, that's the time I requested to Rodel Dagook first. To Roel Aguillon if I can teach, and then to Rodel Dagook if I can teach, and then they give me a go. Yeah, actually you can teach. So it's my, I think as a Filipino knows Filipino martial arts, especially modern Arnis, it's your duty to propagate the art in the country that you're living. So that at the time, that's how I become a teacher. But back home, I don't class as myself as a teacher, because they are more higher than me. So after I asked permission for my teacher if I can teach, and then they asked me to contact Pat O'Malley, and then because he's the head at the time of the British Council of Kali Eskrima Arnis instructor. So I emailed him, and then I asked him if I can join the British Council and to sort out also my insurance to teach. So it so happened that he's going to have a seminar near my house or near my place. So I met him in person. So he actually tested me by asking me to teach on the seminar for a bit. And then he said, yeah, you're good, and then you can join with the British Council. So I become one of the committee of the British Council, and now teaching Filipino martial arts. Yeah, Pat. Oh my God. When I first met him, he had this blonde strawberry hair, but now he's growing his hair, and then it's gray. I don't know why, and I think he gained weight, and he's a horrible dancer. I don't like why he dances. I don't know why he became instructor of that. So he's a teacher of Filipino martial arts and a dancer. How come is that? I don't like it. Well, the Filipino martial arts community in the UK is much more bigger and much more open. For example, the tournament, they are really preparing for the tournament. They are setting their time to practice and preparing for that. And there's a lot of group, and because it's open, they can just cross training to the other style of martial arts, and they will never be questioned. Back home is not. You cannot just join the other group because they might say you are just spying all these techniques and stealing the techniques and introducing to your group. So yeah, it's quite open to join to the other Filipino martial arts in the UK. Yeah, that's the reason why we have this Filipino Martial Arts Festival, sponsoring by the British Council. The idea is to promote Filipino martial art all together. So we have all the heads of the different style of Filipino martial arts. We gather together for 2 days, and we're trying to introduce what is this martial art, what is the good with this Filipino martial art, what is the difference with this Filipino martial arts and the other, and it will be on the 2 days course. So it's good that we have this trying to educate everyone what is the best for them for joining Filipino martial arts. FMA is not a dying art. That's what I see. It's not a dying art in the UK. It's just about what do the people like during that season. FMA is a lifetime, if I can say. It's a lifetime learning from Filipino martial arts. It's not a hobby. When you get involved to Filipino martial arts, it's become a passion. Hobby is different. Hobby is a seasonal. You can train for 3 months, 4 months, and then next year you will do different. So it's not like that. When you involved to Filipino martial arts, it's gonna be a passion, a lifetime. That's how I see it. So if we, as a teacher, keep trying to promote and doing some seminars, especially this now is like the videos, the social media. If we could just push it more together, and then non-stop promotion, and then we will just succeed. Maybe not this year, maybe in the future. Yeah, but we coming back. We are going back. We're gonna be there again. So it's not a dying art. It's stabilizing. We are just in the straight line. We're not going down. It's just a straight line. Okay, my final word is: if you're going to learn martial arts, make sure you learn it as a pure. Make sure you learn it as an art. Don't learn martial arts because you get into trouble. Learn it while you're not into trouble yet. So because when you get into trouble, it's like a split seconds. But when you're already learning it before you get into trouble, it's the behind of it. You will get away because you already senses that there's gonna be coming. So hope you understand that. Can I help you? I command you! Kneel! What's the question again? Hang on.